Welcome to Exceptional UND, Realizing the Vision. Today we celebrate our achievements as we move the University of North Dakota from great to exceptional. Please welcome the President of the University of North Dakota, Dr. Robert Kelley.
Well, thank you very much. I have to say thanks to everyone on such a gorgeous afternoon for coming to be with us as we start to examine the relationship of our Exceptional University of North Dakota planning efforts with the Higher Learning Commission site visit that's going to be occurring next month. Over the past 100 years, the University of North Dakota has periodically embarked on the process of self-study, which is a reporting mechanism for reaccreditation from the Higher Learning Commission. This process and the reaffirmation of our accreditation is vitally important, obviously, to our university. UND was accredited in 1913, a century ago. I'm very proud to say that we have been consistently accredited since then. We have used the Higher Learning Commission, the HLC, reaccreditation process as an opportunity to sharpen our understanding of our progress and our challenges in carrying out UND's mission and fostering success in achieving the Exceptional UND vision. Well, the past 3 years of the reaccreditation process have provided an occasion for all of us to examine where we are, how we got here, where we aspire to be, and what is required for all of us to reach our collective and university goals. Through the reaccreditation process, we've identified our achievements and our areas needing improvement, and that has re-energized our journey toward Exceptional UND. It's been 10 years since the last HLC reaccreditation. A lot has happened to this campus. Now, our primary mission is teaching and learning, advancing the state of knowledge and creative endeavor, and serving our state, our country, our world. In the last decade, there has been increased emphasis on the need for higher education to strive for continuous improvement and to ensure that we are doing what we say that we do. And that's the spirit underlying the tremendous advances we've made since the last HLC visit in evaluating our operations, and in particular identifying and assessing student learning as we assess those outcomes throughout the curriculum. We have greatly enhanced our assessment efforts as a result of the last HLC visit, and the assessment processes are helping us to better meet the goals and the needs of our students. We've also overhauled our general education requirements into a new core curriculum that has attracted national attention and acclaim. We're very proud of this accomplishment. We've also moved forward with Exceptional UND as a springboard for us to think about and find new ways to achieve our mission. Just a few short years ago, I asked the university to help us think about the context of our mission and our vision for the future. I asked the community to engage in a series of town hall meetings and conversations about how we wanted the university to focus its resources and its direction in the next few years. The result was the 5 interrelated strategic priorities for Exceptional UND, which serve as our guide to our future and which you see on all of the banners around campus today and behind me. You will note the iconography on the banners, and you will see that those icons persist throughout this presentation. These icons are designed to help all of us visually connect with the 5 Exceptional UND tenets, which are first, enriching the student experience; second, encouraging gathering; 3, facilitating collaboration; 4th, expanding UND's presence; and of course, last, enhancing the quality of life. It's a fresh and innovative approach to strategic planning. We have the freedom to be innovative because Exceptional UND creates a very flexible framework that allows and encourages everyone in our campus community to think about how we can advance an exceptional UND vision. And to tell you a little bit more about our HLC reaccreditation process and how it connects to Exceptional UND, including our October 28 through 30 site visit by the HLC committee, let me introduce the newest member of the UND executive team, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Thomas DiLorenzo.
Thank you, President Kelley. One of the reasons I am standing here today is because I was so impressed with Exceptional UND, the university's cohesive and inspiring roadmap to the future. I have also been very impressed with the organization and planning that has gone into UND's HLC reaccreditation process. UND is doing it right and efficiently. I have not seen this level of detail from the faculty and staff at any other institution of which I have been affiliated. Reaccreditation has been a 3-year process involving hundreds of people. I would particularly like to recognize the efforts of the HLC Executive Committee. Joan Hawthorne, who is the Director of Assessment and Regional Accreditation; Patrick O'Neill, who is a professor in economics in the College of Business and Public Administration; Donna Pearson, who is a professor in the Department of Teaching and Learning in the College of Education and Human Development; Paul LaBelle, Professor of Law and my predecessor as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Steve Light, the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs from my office. There was one criterion committee for each of the 5 HLC criteria. The first covered mission. Second, integrity, defined as ethical and responsible conduct. The third, teaching and learning, quality resources and support. The fourth, teaching and learning, evaluation and improvement. And the fifth, resources, planning, and institutional effectiveness. Each committee had representation from faculty, staff, and students. The publicity campaign team was charged with creating awareness for the HLC self-study process and HLC team visit, and among many other activities, the team organized today's event. The Technology Planning Committee was responsible for creating the first ever 100% paperless HLC report, something that we can be proud of as a university that places a premium on sustainability efforts. Would everyone who has been involved in UND's HLC accreditation process please stand and be recognized? Throughout this process, the university evaluated the 5 HLC criteria and found ways in which they interconnect with our Exceptional UND priorities. Although the visit is 7 weeks away, October 28 through 30, we are already taking action on these recommendations. The self-study we have been engaged in as part of the reaccreditation process has provided an excellent opportunity for us to take an inward look at how well the Exceptional UND roadmap is working. Although the overall framework is still fairly new, we've seen many examples of how the university was embracing the Exceptional UND approach even before it was formally adopted. My colleagues on the President's Executive Council and I will share many of the Exceptional UND successes as a way to underscore how well prepared UND is for the HLC reaccreditation process, including the HLC visit at the end of October. It is important that you understand where we are with Exceptional UND and where we are going. We are counting on you to help carry this message forward when our HLC visitors are here next month. The first point on the Exceptional UND roadmap is enriching the student experience. This is the first point because it is why we are all here in this room today. Students are always our #1 priority. We enrich the student experience by providing an environment that is challenging yet rewarding, one that is full of resources and opportunities to help students prepare to be the next generation of leaders. Research shows us that access to meaningful student experiences is a significant factor in helping students decide to stay in school. Student engagement leads to student success and allows us to prepare and graduate students with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be leaders in the state of North Dakota and beyond. The results of the HLC self-study report indicated that UND has made significant strides in enriching the student experience, and we continue working to improve the experience of first-year students. We understand, for example, that transitioning to college life is an adjustment, and not always an easy one. So we created the First-Year Experience program to help students develop the skills necessary for a successful academic career. Take a look at how our First-Year Experience program is challenging students to be active and successful learners.
Unexpected, but in the best way possible. Innovative.
Awesome.
Student initiative.
Teaches assembly-based democracy values.
Basically, at the beginning, everyone was just kind of like, didn't exactly know what to expect.
We have end goals or objectives in mind for what we want them to be able to do when they finish this course.
Well, these people are just coming in. They aren't going to own land right away, so we're basically...
It's a fun leap to be able to see them driving the class in this way. I think it's great. It's liberating.
I always just like let people have their way, so I was nervous.
Basically, that's what this bill says, correct? Correct?
We're helping students learn and learning in the process about democracy in Athens and 403 BC by role-playing.
The best part of this class is when you end up winning a debate. Within the people's hearts, within the people's minds.
We have one, he just argues everything anybody says.
Just like in real democracy, I guess, there's a lot of arguing, a lot of going back and forth. There's a lot of like schoolyard politics.
For today's topic, we are going to be talking about limiting.
There's chaos, frustration, anger, votes are close.
8? No.
This class basically teaches you how to be an active participant.
I'm a quieter person and it's harder for me to speak up in class, but like in this class I have no problem.
You're supposed to get into your role, and that's the fun of the class.
We also pass notes to encourage different factions to speak up.
It teaches you how to build relationships with people who you wouldn't necessarily think that you could agree with. You have to come up with a way to form that bridge and to reach out and really compromise with people.
I think UND has a unique opportunity to engage students from the time they set foot on our campus.
They have a right to speak in the class, their opinion matters, and in this case, in the role-playing, to be able to help them to see and remind them that individuals can change history.
The role of technology continues to be increasingly important. Recognizing that, we've taken steps to create active and collaborative learning environments for students. An example of this is the new Scale Up Classroom. It is one of the largest in the nation and the first in North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming. Let's take a look at how the Scale Up Classroom puts technology at the center of the student learning experience.
We're in the scale-up classroom here. That's student-centered active learning environment for undergraduate programs. This is obviously radically different than the classroom I'm used to teaching, and I've taught in the big lecture bowls for 17 years or so. When you're in a big lecture bowl like that, even though most instructors try to do some active learning exercises and get students engaged, quite often in those big lecture rooms, the only voice that's heard is the instructors. The only idea that's being expressed is the instructors.
It's my first class at UND and my first class in the Scale Up room. I like it a lot. It's nice to be active. It keeps me awake during class, to be doing activities on the computers or the whiteboards, and you meet the people at your table, and it's more fun to like walk into a classroom where it's not just like familiar faces, it's friends.
I like the Scale Up classroom because it's a nice environment. It's open, there's TVs where you can see your lectures, and it's just a great atmosphere.
I really like the Scale Up classroom. I think that it's a really good way to have active learning. To me, it doesn't feel like a lecture class because you are working in such small groups.
I'd say it's definitely made me think more of how to work in a group because we do so many activities, and you have to take into consideration that you can't just rely on other people, but you also have to give something into your experience with the classroom.
So this room really puts the students interacting with each other, expressing ideas, grappling with things, and they're not solely focused on me as an instructor, although of course instructors obviously continue to play a valuable and crucial role in this whole learning process.
My activities I enjoy would be like the whiteboards. You get to see what's going on. It benefits my learning because you're in a group, you get to discuss your answers and see what your peers have to say about other things other than your own view.
There's a lot more interactive activities with the tables, small group tables that we have. You definitely feel more personal than anything else that I've ever experienced with the other lectures. Definitely feel a personal contact with Dr. Carmichael and the students around me.
By and large, I think we instructors try and make the technology sort of an invisible process so the students aren't just focused on all the computers and so forth.
These are just two examples of how the university continues to find ways of enriching the student experience. There are many more, and I urge each of you to find and suggest ways that we can continue to create the best possible learning environments for our students. It is now my pleasure to reintroduce President Kelley, who will talk about how the university is encouraging gathering.
Well, thank you, Provost DiLorenzo. Originally, Alice Brecky, our Vice President for Finance and Operations, was to have spoken to this section. She had to be in Bismarck today, so it's a rare opportunity that I enjoy standing in for Alice as she does other university system business. I think it's pretty clear that personal interactions really are the life of the university. We thrive by gathering, coming together, sharing, challenging, exploring with each other, supporting, understanding. We cultivate our connections with each other, improve facilities, we amplify our student voice. An Exceptional UND encourages gathering in many ways, and it's strengthened as we build enthusiasm and a sense of belonging with each other and with our university. The results of the HLC self-study report indicates that UND has made significant strides in encouraging gathering, and we've really only just begun in this whole area. One way in which the university is encouraging gathering is by creating living and learning communities. These are housing options that offer students a place to live and to learn among people with similar interests. Research has shown that this approach creates a greater sense of community, offers an integrated approach to intellectual and personal growth, and builds stronger connections between classrooms and everyday life. UND currently has living and learning communities for aviation, engineering, wellness, and for the honors program. It's all about finding a group of people to talk with and interact with, to have the freedom to explore and discover with students who are following common educational pursuits. These living and learning communities enrich the student experience by providing students with a variety of opportunities into the evening hours, for instance, at dinner, following into the evening, extending their education for students beyond the classroom walls. Our facilities also play a very important role in encouraging gathering and in helping fulfill all of the facets of an Exceptional UND. The education building renovation and addition provides a very good example of this. With 14 new classrooms, 2 lecture halls, 4 seminar rooms, and 5 conference rooms, faculty offices, our finished project modernizes the learning environment for on-campus students and provides some hybrid learning spaces to accommodate the needs of our distance students, distance learners. The design encourages interactive research across the disciplines in the College of Education and Human Development, and the addition atrium and the Kathleen Gershman Student Lounge provides much needed spaces for students to gather, to come together. The Goretzky Alumni Center celebrated its grand opening last October. It's a shining example of energy efficiency, sustainability, and green practices at work. The Goretzky Center is seeking leadership in energy and environmental design, LEED, platinum certification status. When we get that status, it will be the first platinum level building in the North Dakota University system and the first such alumni center in the world. It's also become a go-to place for meetings, receptions, and many, many other gatherings. So new places to gather are a priority for Exceptional UND. Our plans for large capital projects arose out of the need to meet a growing campus population and the university's desire to provide the best possible facilities for our students. Just last week, we broke ground on the new UND Athletics High Performance Center, an indoor practice and competition facility. All True Health System provided $9 million in a leadership gift, and Shields, the sporting good company, provided an additional $1 million. In the words of UND Athletic Director Brian Faison, this new facility is a game changer. And there are improvements and other new buildings on the way. Earlier this year, the 2013 North Dakota Legislature approved funding for a $122 million 4-story building for the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. The legislature also made a commitment to the future of North Dakota by appropriating $11.4 million for an addition and a renovation for the North Dakota University, our North Dakota only law school, the UND School of Law. And UND is planning to renovate and modernize the Wilkerson Dining Center, expand the facility space to include other student-oriented services as well. This modernization and expansion will enhance the quality of life and enrich the student experience by providing new food service venues that reflect current trends in food service delivery, and will encourage gathering and facilitate collaboration by providing spaces that are inviting, comfortable, functional. I might mention that a key partner in helping the university meet the Exceptional UND goals is the UND Alumni Center, the Alumni Association and Foundation. Next month, we will celebrate the resounding success of the North Dakota Spirit campaign, which last spring, long before it was completed, exceeded its goal of raising $300 million for the UND endowment. The money will be used in 4 key areas: for our students, UND's faculty, UND's programs, and facilities projects, including renovations. So I invite you to join us Friday, October 11th for a celebration of the North Dakota Spirit campaign, and to hear from Bert Jacobs, the co-founder and CEO of Life is Good, about his company and its inspiring story of philanthropy. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Joshua Wynn, the Vice President for Health Affairs and Dean of the UND School of Medicine and Health Sciences, to talk about facilitating collaboration. Dr. Wynn.
Thank you, President Kelley. Every collaboration helps us grow. That's why Exceptional UND enhances support for integrated teaching, cutting-edge global research, teamwork, and creative activity. Exceptional UND promotes innovative and productive collaboration among all sectors of the university community, from interdisciplinary academic programs to extracurricular activities, and supports close partnerships with state leaders to serve the public. By working together, we build an exceptional UND. UND is a Carnegie doctoral research institution with an international reputation for research and scholarship, notably in health sciences, nutrition, energy and environmental protection, aerospace, and engineering. UND research is felt around the world and plays an important role in helping North Dakota emerge as a technological and economic leader. None of that happens without collaboration, and we have some shining examples to underscore that point. The Energy and Environmental Research Center wouldn't be the internationally recognized leader that it is without the collaborations with industry and government, here and abroad, that it has brokered and cultivated over the years. More recently, UND, the city of Grand Forks, the Grand Forks Air Force Base, and the state have earned national and international attention for the development of a multi-pronged approach to the unmanned aircraft systems education, research, and business development. UND developed the world's first 4-year program in unmanned aircraft systems and already has graduates. It is leading the way in developing sense and avoid technologies and in helping the world think through philosophical and protocol issues related to deploying unmanned aircraft systems for civilian work. This work touches many colleges and departments within the university and includes many, many outside partners. Another example of collaboration is the working group in digital and new media. Spanning departments, media, colleges, and technologies, the working group is a collective of scholars working in the digital humanities, time-based media, digital history, communications, archaeology, music, and web technologies. There are many similar examples, such as the impressive growth in the new petroleum engineering program, some of which Vice President Susan Walton will touch on when she comes to the stage. But let me just mention a few examples from my own college, the School of Medicine and Health Sciences. One is the Master of Public Health program that we share with North Dakota State University. This allows our two universities to offer our combined healthcare strengths for the betterment of students and North Dakota. Another example is the creation of a Department of Basic Sciences, which combines a number of departments in an administrative structure designed to stimulate collaboration and interdisciplinary interaction. Thanks to the generous support of the North Dakota legislature and strong leadership from Governor Jack Dalrymple and Lieutenant Governor Drew Wrigley, as well as strong support from the medical community throughout North Dakota, the School of Medicine and Health Sciences has implemented the Healthcare Workforce Initiative, or HWI, and as you heard earlier, is planning the construction of a new home. The HWI is a four-pronged plan to help address North Dakota's healthcare workforce needs now and in the future by reducing disease burden, retaining more of our graduates for practice in North Dakota, training more much-needed practitioners, and improving the efficiency of our healthcare delivery system. This is the result of many collaborations with numerous partners from across the state who are vitally interested in helping ensure that North Dakota has the best possible health care for its citizens. And now, I'd like to introduce UND's Vice President for University and Public Affairs, Susan Walton.
Expanding our presence is a lot like throwing a pebble into a pond and causing a ripple. It begins close to home, and then the wave just continues to spread outwards. Let's start by talking about the outer edges of that ripple. UND's presence extends far beyond the borders of our campus, and even beyond the planet, as we recently heard from commencement speaker Karen Nyberg, a NASA astronaut and UND graduate who's circling the Earth in the International Space Station. Through distance education programs, such as the John D. Odegaard School of Aerospace Sciences Master in Space Studies program, and through research conducted by every college, the university's impact extends worldwide. And the people of UND are a big part of that. For example, this summer, the Department of Music's Red River Trio toured Japan on a goodwill and recruiting mission, and that same group of UND students are heading to China later this month. UND also expands its presence closer to home, at the center of the ripple. First, I'd like to note that building UND's presence beyond our campus would not even be possible if not for the local community members, legislators, and alumni who support the university and our mission of service and learning. We thank and appreciate them all. Exceptional UND provides and promotes a vibrant relationship with the Grand Cities communities by partnering with organizations and by extending academic programs. One longtime example, the UND College of Education and Human Development student teachers. Nearly 90 of them are serving this year in classrooms in Grand Forks public schools, as well as throughout the region and the state. In fact, service to our state has always been a critical part of UND's mission and of every academic unit at the university. Students in the College of Nursing and Professional Disciplines, for example, hold professional screenings, like the one recently held in Arthur, North Dakota. And the School of Medicine and Health Sciences SIM, Simulation in Motion, ND program, delivers emergency care education through a statewide mobile system using high-fidelity human patient simulators. The School of Law prepares practice-ready graduates new attorneys who are trained to serve clients effectively and ethically and who can immediately contribute to our state's growing economy. The College of Arts and Sciences conducts research related to wetlands management, water treatment analysis, and the archaeological impact of infrastructure digs. It also supports school science education as well as concerts and exhibits. And for decades, the College of Business and Public Administration has helped North Dakota entrepreneurs and fledgling business developers, some of them our very own students. Another way UND is working to meet the needs of our state, particularly in western North Dakota, is through our quickly evolving petroleum engineering program. And the College of Engineering and Mines, along with the Energy and Environmental Research Center, are developing technologies for producing and harnessing alternative forms of energy. As we continue to build an exceptional UND, we will also continue to expand our presence and fulfill our mission of service to the state. Not long after I came here, I met with a state leader in another town. At the conclusion of our conversation, he told me goodbye, and he said something that has stayed with me. He expressed how much he appreciated the presence of UND people, programs, and services in his own community. And he said to me, "Don't ever forget how important that is. You are, after all, the University of North Dakota." As we continue to build an exceptional UND, that's a ripple effect we plan to sustain. Please join me in welcoming Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Lori Reeser.
Exceptional UND invests in our most important asset, people. We strive to promote life balance, provide opportunities for career and personal development, celebrate diversity, art, and culture, and maintain an environment of openness and appreciation. UND continues to be recognized for being safe, family-friendly, and committed to health and wellness. Part of that commitment is a holistic approach to wellness. This means incorporating into daily life 7 dimensions of wellness: emotional, environmental, intellectual, occupational, physical, social, and spiritual. The Health and Wellness Unit strives to empower all members of the campus community to embrace healthy choices for their personal and professional success. The University of North Dakota recently was named the 3rd healthiest college in the United States by Greatest.com, a health and fitness website promoting wellness by providing factual information that leads to healthier lifestyle choices. Citing UND's Wellness Center and reasonably priced healthy dining options, Greatest.com said, quote, "Our favorite thing about UND, though, is its 7-dimension approach to wellness, which includes often overlooked factors like emotional, environmental, and spiritual health." College students have a lot to juggle, and recent surveys show that money management is among the top concerns weighing on their minds. UND students are not immune to this worry. Last year, a new financial wellness program was created to provide students the tools and information they need to make smart and successful money decisions while they're at UND and after they've graduated. Through this program, we hope to lead students through the steps they need to take for a successful financial future. UND is committed to providing leadership and training opportunities that contribute to the growth and development of faculty and staff. One example is the university within the university, training programs offered through Human Resources. Another example is the Chair's Leadership Institute, a newly modified program to enhance academic leadership at the departmental level. UND also promotes quality of life in many other ways, particularly through hosting campus events such as the Great Conversation Series, which features remarkable individuals who have made an impact on society. And this spring, the UND Writers Conference celebrates its 44th anniversary. Since the first conference in 1970, many Nobel and Pulitzer Prize winners and some of the most laudable names in literature have visited the UND campus. We also showcase and enjoy remarkable performances at the Chester Fritz Auditorium, the Burtness Theater, and the Hughes Fine Arts Center. We celebrate our diversity through outstanding programs such as the annual Wachipi Powwow and the Feast of Nations. We celebrate the victories of our NCAA Division I athletic programs and the accomplishments of our student athletes both on and off the field. I might add that those student athletes, like so many of our other UND students, do their own part in enriching the quality of life through their service to the campus and the community. Our student athletes recently provided over 7,000 of service hours this past year. So my message is that you are UND's greatest resource. UND offers many opportunities to support your personal and professional growth, and we hope you will take advantage of these programs. We're committed to enhancing the quality of life for all faculty, staff, and students at this exceptional university. Now please help me welcome President Kelley back to the stage.
Well, thanks, Vice President Reeser. As you've heard, the university is doing exciting and important work, and we're well along in creating the Exceptional UND. There are many more important steps on the horizon. This summer, we invited Dusty Farned to join us as UND's first ombuds, a position that will be a neutral resource for members of the entire university community. Dusty will be available to assist members of the community by listening to concerns and then proposing various options for positive resolution, providing information and making referrals. We're also in the process of creating a one-stop shop for our students where they can find their answers to all of their institutional questions about issues such as financial aid, scholarships, billing, payments, registration, transcripts, and much more. This will have a significant impact for all of our students. We're also creating a strategic enrollment management planning committee co-chaired by Provost DiLorenzo, Vice President Reeser. This will be our most comprehensive and extensive approach to managing in a very strategic way our processes for recruiting students and making sure that they have the tools and to help them succeed in their academic goals. One more item I might mention. We're on the very edge of advertising for a new diversity and inclusion position to coordinate diversity and inclusion efforts within the university. So what's next? Where are we heading? How are we going to get there? Well, we're counting on you to be a part of this ongoing story, and I invite all of you to go to work within this very flexible framework of Exceptional UND to create and to tell your own stories and to link our planning initiatives with our Higher Learning Commission challenges coming up in next month. There are a few more things that I would like to do before the October 28-30 visit by the Higher Learning Commission site team. I would like to encourage you to find the time to read the HLC self-study report, at least the executive summary. Then choose the topics that are important to you and go to the website, und.edu.hlc/HLC, where you can read about the topics in detail in the complete self-study. Please think about how what you read links to our Exceptional UND plan and how it helps to move the university forward. I also invite you to show us how you think UND is exceptional by participating in our photo contest. The details are posted online. Now, there will be follow-up sessions for each college and school and division within the university, including student government, to further discuss the Higher Learning Commission self-study report, and I do hope you will participate. Please wear your Exceptional UND t-shirt at least one day during the HLC campus visit toward the end of October. We've emerged from the self-study having clearly articulated a compelling vision for the university. We have claimed our distinctive identity. We have set ambitious and achievable goals in all parts of our mission of teaching and learning, research, scholarly and creative activity, and service. I'm going to deviate from my script here for just a moment to show how hard this faculty, the students, and the staff here at UND are working. Literally 5 minutes before I walked over from my office, I got an email indicating to me that the National Institutes of Health had just awarded a 5-year, $10.5 million award for biomedical research, creating a center of biomedical research excellence in epigenetics. As president of the university, I can't tell you how much this speaks to the collaborative efforts of the people who come together to make UND an exceptional university. Very proud of what our faculty, our students, and our staff are able to do when they collaborate in areas of research and scholarly work. Now, having said that, there's still a great deal to do, much more. With your help, we'll continue to create an exceptional UND. I want to thank all of our speakers this afternoon. I want to thank everyone who has worked on our self-study so hard. You saw their names earlier. I want to thank you again for devoting an hour of your time on a beautiful afternoon to address the future of your university. Help us create an exceptional UND. Best wishes for a productive and very exciting academic year. Thank you.